set that eagle to change on. Now as you can see, I've got to remove these M10 drive. So anyway, let's get it set. Good morning, you handsome people. We've got a 2018 Renault Traffic 3 1.6 DCI R9M 413 single turbo. Now we've been brought to it and it has got a DPF fault. Now rather than me explaining the fault codes, I'm going to show you them. We've got particulate filter clogged, inlet manifold pressure sensor circuit below minimum level, inlet pressure consistent coherence between the boost pressure and atmospheric pressure, engine oil dilution, particle filter outside tolerances, and in the instrument cluster we have got oil level sensor circuit below the minimum level. First thing I'm going to do, get underneath that bonnet and check the oil level. Right, let's get on the dipstick, which is located by there. We're going to pull it out. We're going to check the oil level. Never check it on your first wipe, always give it a wipe first. Dip it, pull it out, and we are well below the minimum level there. Now the first thing that we're going to do with this van is top the oil level up and get it to the maximum mark and see what is going on. Now think back to the fault codes that we've got. We have got a inlet manifold pressure sensor and an inlet pressure consistency fault. Now with the oil being low and we've got a boost pressure fault, where do you think I'm going to go with this? We're going to take all that intake pipe off and we're going to have a little look at the turbine itself. Now I've got my camera down the turbo. As you can see, the impeller itself is in good condition. Now I put something, well, it's a little, I'll show you in a minute, down the middle there, holding on the centre nut, and if I give it a bit of a wiggle, we've got no play. I know it's hard for you to see. I've got no play side to side, and also you can give it a bit of a spin, so the turbo is nice and free. Now what I use to check that turbo, obviously because it's quite far deep down and I can't get my fingers in there, is this by Blue Point, and there's a little pick, a little grabber, but it is strong enough to put on the turbo and give it a little bit of a wiggle. So yeah. One last final check on the induction system. What we're going to be doing is a smoke test, and going to be a launch smoke 2, and there is a little bladder that you pump up and the intake. I'm just going to get it connected now, leave it for a couple of minutes and let that all intake system fill full of smoke, and if there's any leaks we should be seeing the smoke coming out. Now I've removed all that smoke system from the intake and we've got no leaks whatsoever, so I'm more than happy. We're going to make sure that the oil levels are right now, and then we're going to go for a little drive. Now I've cleared all the fault codes down, and we've also cleared the fault codes in the instrument cluster for the oil level. Now I'm just going to reset the service light and that'll take care of the oil dilution. Now, but before we go for a little bit of a test drive in this beautiful sun, what we're going to be doing, I've clicked some items that I need to be checking on: the live data, exhaust gas temperature, blah blah blah, the DPF pressure, one thing or another. I'm going to record them so when we get back we can have a little look at them. Well, I went out for 10 minutes or so in the van and the traffic by me is just so bad I couldn't really go anywhere, so I've turned around and come back, and we're going to have to clean it with the DPF gun and some cleaning solution. No big drama though, no big drama. Now what we're going to be using to clean that DPF is a Launch DPF particulate filter cleaning fluid. Now it is a 50-50 mix with water. Now we're going to be using the Launch DPF gun as well. Now where it goes is connected to the pipe going before the DPF. There's a little bracket down the back here that you've got to remove. Just pull the pressure sensor off just to make it a little bit easier for yourself. We can get it connected up. Now how we're going to apply it, now you can fill it up completely, but how I like to do it is put half the bottle in and then start the vehicle up, and then at 5-second intervals pull the trigger for 5 seconds, and then that will get the DPF clean. So all we're going to do now is just pull the trigger and put half the bottle in. It's simple. Now once we've finished putting all the fluid in, what we're going to do, I've left it about 5 minutes, let it have a good soakaroonie. Now we're going to get on the key now and give it a big start, and hopefully we should see the particulate filter pressure coming down and also the soot as well. Give it a big start. Now if we hold the revs up, you might not be able to see it. Can we combine it? The orange one is the particulate filter pressure. If we hold it right up now, it should start coming down. It is kind of hard to hold it at the RPM. You're about 3,000 RPM, and you will see it falling. Should do anyway. Here we go now, we are coming down. It's so hard to keep your foot on the throttle at a steady RPM. But we are creeping down. Is it better if we go it like that? Yeah. You can see it falling down. Keep this revving now for about 5 minutes and see what happens. Now as it's getting warmer and that solution is working, you can see now, that the soot and the particulate was 62, 63, now we're down to 54 grams. We're just going to keep revving it and it will clear itself. Now straight from the start on this vehicle should I say, I thought there was something a little bit fishy with it. I think after what I've done to the vehicle, like this customer's only had it for 2 weeks. Now I think that somebody has known about this before he sold it. Because if you have a little look up there at the DPF, you're probably not going to be able to see it, but it has been sprayed silver, which isn't a good thing. Now straight from the start, like I said before, I've thought there was something up with this vehicle, something that hasn't sort of lined up with everything as it should be, if you get me. But I've had to clean the DPF and go through all the diagnostic procedures to find out what's up with the vehicle. Now I've cleaned the DPF and I've got it somewhere near, it's dropped down to 14 millibars. I just cannot, for love nor money, get it below 14 millibars. Now I did do a bit of a test drive in the vehicle and it did do a regen, which I'll attach the image somewhere. But yeah, I am a little bit gutted on that one, but never mind. We've had to go through the process to find out whether the vehicle was worth repairing. But yeah, I'm gonna have to give the customer now the bad news that he does need a DPF. So yeah, it's one of them. You win some, you lose some. Anyway, let's get it sent.